to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. His first carry, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Wentz. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you... that second and manageable. Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
One that's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Odafe-Oweh.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. On play action, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
He was trying to get it to Mike Strawn there.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Play action. Now Wentz. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll get 34 yards there. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Wentz again.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Murray. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And some space here. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Wentz. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. He's got it to Hilton. That catch good for only a couple. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. After one, a 14-3 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw.
He'll check this one down to Taylor.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz to the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. They fake the give. Now Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Working from the gun. Wentz. He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is down to 4.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now a play fake. Wentz. And the catch made by Hilton. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now Wentz. He'll check this down to Hines. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st down, Wentz. Got an open man, it's QT. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Wentz to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You can see the thought process there. With his speed, they were hoping he could pop one. Instead, the coverage was good, and they forced the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wentz now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
2nd and 6.
Play action. Now Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
And a good catch there by Mark Andrews. And many think that paired with Lamar Jackson, they may be the best quarterback-tight end combo this side of Mahomes and Kelsey.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Jackson from the shotgun.
He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
And I have to think that the Ravens are going to continue to find ways to get J.K. Dobbins the ball, and even more in the passing game this year. Just 18 catches as a rookie a year ago. Would not be surprised to see that number at least double in 2021.
Stop your whining. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Blue down. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. Watch the screen.
Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got him. Touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they have a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the 2nd half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Wentz. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton as the first half is winding down.
And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is down to 4.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. On 3rd and 1, Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Check 27.
To try again after the sack. Jackson flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And some room to work. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 19. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Check. Yeah. Man, that's hot. 58, come on. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Now.
Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Tucker's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain within them. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
This is Hines. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
Wentz now on first down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Here's Hines. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
On the handoff, Taylor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Check it back, check it back. Hey.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Jackson to Watkins there for a Baltimore first.
What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Jackson. Connects with Duvernay.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third and short. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Let him know, let him know. Shoot. No, we changed it. What are you ready? What is it? 49. 49.
Throwing, Jackson.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And those are the types of plays that Kenny Moore wants to make more of, because he's really starting to make a name for himself, and many know him as a terrific blitzer from the nickelback position. Undrafted out of Valdosta State, he is a ball hawk as well, and he led the Colts with 4 picks in 2020.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines, because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll try the left side. It's Hines trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They run again with Hines. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Wentz to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Jackson to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer.
Here's Jackson. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 6 yards in the first down. The football, and the Colts pick it up, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
I think we just saw an example of a game situation that I know is discussed, practiced to the nth degree, go right out the window, and a chance to win the game as well.
Yeah, protect the football. On the other side, you're taught to get in there and rake it out. They did just that.
I mean, they go over this starting in OTAs and mini camps. You go through these situations, and that's the way a lot of teams like to end practice. Finish it off with this type of a drive, kick the game-winning field goal. Everyone feels good and heads to the locker room. In this case, though, they're not going to feel so great about it.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Wentz. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rule. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Second and 7.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And all the way down to the 29. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
They go play action now. Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for the Ravens, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.